Nice, yeah.
Friends, we are gathered here together in the presence of this company to join this man and this woman in the bonds of matrimony, which is an honorable estate and is not to be entered into lightly,
but reverently, discreetly, advisedly, and soberly. Into this estate these two persons present come to be joined. If any person can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Chad Brewer, brother of the groom, will give our first reading.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What an honor and a privilege it is to be right here where I'm at. To be with my little brother, and my sister, and the families that's came together as one. I want to read about charity. Charity is translated from the Greek word of agape. And agape is the unconditional sacrifice, the unconditional love that God has for His children. And that's what God expects us to be to our mate, is to love them unconditionally, sacrifice, deny oneself to appease their needs and their wants and their wishes. I'm going to read, there's two places I'd like to read, and the first is going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. This is a chapter about charity, which is love. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemingly, seeketh not to her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believing all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether they be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is come, then that which is part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understand as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Second part is over here in Ephesians chapter 5, starting about verse 24, it says, Therefore, as church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church, and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle, or at any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever hath hated his own flesh, but nourish it and cherish it, even as the Lord the church. For we are the members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
Sarah Donovan, cousin of the bride, will give our second reading.
A reading from St. Paul to the Colossians. As the chosen of God, then the holy people whom he loves, you are to be clothed in heartfelt compassion, in generosity and humility, in gentleness and patience. Bear with one another, forgive each other if one of you has a complaint against another. The Lord has forgiven you, now you must do the same. Over all of these clothes, put on love, the perfect bond. And may the peace of Christ reign in your hearts, because it is for this that you were called together in one body. Always be thankful. Let the word of Christ in all its richness find a home with you. Teach each other and advise each other in all wisdom. With gratitude in your hearts, sing psalms and hymns, and inspired songs to God. And whatever you say or do, let it be in the name of the Lord Jesus, in thanksgiving to God the Father through him.
Derrick, will you have this woman as your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in the ordinances and estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and cherish her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Catherine, will you have this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to live together in the ordinances and estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and cherish him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Can we please have the rings? May these wedding rings be a reminder to Derrick and Catherine of the vows that they have shared and a symbol to all of their commitment of marriage. Derrick, please take the ring and place it on Catherine's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed and pledge my eternal love. Catherine, please place this ring on Derrick's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed and pledge my eternal love. Join hands. Inasmuch as Catherine and Derrick have consented together in wedlock and have witnessed the same before this company, and thereto have pledged each to each other and have declared the same by the joining of hands, I, in accordance with the authority vested in me and pursuant to the laws of the state of New York, pronounce that you are husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. For you to join them in a little while for their reception at the Pine Cone. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Derrick Brewer.
It's one lucky guy in the middle there.